Aloha and welcome to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I am your host, Murph. What is going on, people? I hope everybody is having a great day out there today. It's been beautiful here. It's kind of hard to have a bad day here in Hawaii, but nevertheless, I hope everybody out there is doing good. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. We got a pretty good show for you tonight. It's in between tournaments. Another tournament coming up this weekend. And we'll talk about the Maui Amateur. We'll talk about the Beach Boys, obviously. The STB group and the VGA group locally here. And there's no need to talk about Joe P. and the FIA. The FIA is done. I don't even believe those guys are playing anymore. I said that on the last show. And hopefully this weekend I'll have Joe P. on here and we'll discuss his unwavering, unbeatable victories and retention of the FIA belt for the last, 3 years, whatever it's been. I don't even know if he can find it, but maybe he can fill us in on that this weekend when he's here for the tournament. Got the Waikoloa Invitational this weekend coming up. So anyhow, Beach Boys Golf. Let's get right into it. Beach Boys Golf. Those guys played Coral Creek last week. Steve and Rob and those guys. I miss playing with those guys, really. They're a great group of guys, group of guys to play golf with. They're fun. They like to gamble. That's always good. This week they're going to be playing Mililani Golf Course at 8:30 in the morning. It's probably too late now to get involved with them. They may have gave back a tee time or two, but if you're interested in playing with the Beach Boys Golf Club, they play every Monday. You don't have to play every Monday, but it's to your advantage if you're interested in winning some points and winning some money at the end of the year, because you do get points for showing up. But if you're interested in playing with those guys on the Beach Boys, just go to beachboysgolfclub.org. It's the website. There's a button there that you can click contact, and you can send them an email and let them know that you're interested in playing. Or if you want, you can email me at merceplace808@gmail.com, and I can pass the message on along to Steve or Rob. STB group, that's the Dan Messner group. They play on Saturdays. I don't think they play every Saturday, but it looks like from the messages I've been getting that they have been playing here lately. They played Hawaii Prince last week, and this week they're going to be playing Royal Kania. They have a Facebook page. If you go to STB, which stands for Shank It, Tank It, or Bank It, you can message Dan there and let him know that you're interested in playing, and they'll let you know what to do. The VGA, Veterans Golfers Association, another great group of guys that are playing in tournaments at least once a month, I'm pretty sure. Their new season, I guess they've got, from what I've been reading, they have the new season coming up, pretty much the schedule done. There are a few other dates that they're trying to get lined up, or other courses that they want to play, but another great group of guys to play with. If you're former, current military, if you're a family member, if somebody in your family was in the military, you're eligible to play. They have different divisions. And it's, you're playing against guys in your own handicap. Don't worry, you're not playing against those guys that are single-digit handicaps if you're like a 20. You're playing against guys in your own flight. And it's a good group of guys to play. So if you're interested in those guys, that's VGA.org is the website. There's a spot there that you can register and then sign up and start signing up for some of the tournaments to play. It's pretty much almost like, I want to say, not quite the rules of the USGA. They do go by USGA rules, but some of them are altered a little bit. They're local rules that they've established, mainly for pace of play. One of them, just off the top of my head, is if you hit a ball OB, you have a couple of different options. You can re-tee it and hit it again, hitting your third shot. Or you can go up to where it went out of bounds and drop within, I want to say it's 2 club lengths from the OB, or they may have even adopted the one local rule where you can drop it out in the fairway. However, you have to take 2 strokes, one for the stroke, one for the distance. So you'd be hitting your 4th shot from there, which you would be doing anyhow. If you hit another ball from the tee, you're going to be hitting your 3rd shot off the tee, and then you're going to be hitting your 4th shot from where it's at. But if you don't want to risk hitting it out of bounds again or giving yourself a worse lie, you can take that second option and go up and drop it up there and take your 2 strokes there and play from there. So they pretty much play by USGA rules with the exception of a couple of them that's been changed a little bit. Out of bounds is not played as, I take that back. Out of bounds is not played as 2 strokes. It's played as 1 stroke. It's played almost like it's a regular penalty area. So good group of guys, though. If you're, like I said, had somebody in the military, somebody in your family, if you're currently, just go sign up and play with those guys. They're all a great bunch of great guys to play with. Hawaii State Golf Association tournaments. Last tournament we had was the Maui Amateur, and it's normally played at Ka'anapali Golf Course, but obviously with the situation in Lahaina, they had to move it to the King Kamehameha Golf Club, a private course, not far from there, near Kihei, actually. Very nice course. I liked it a lot. I did go over and play in it. Did not play great. First day I shot 76. The second day I shot 74, which moved me up into second place, and I was only 3 shots behind the leader, Royden. And I know I'm gonna mess up Royden's last name. So if you're listening, Royden, I apologize, but it's Royden Harikuji, I think that's his last name. Anyhow, great guy. And he and I were paired together as the final twosome in the senior flight the last day. And, I thought I was going to have a great day. I started out par 5, started out par. Second hole, I birdied, par 4. Third hole, I birdied, par 3. I hit it in the bunker, past the pin, and then holed out from the bunker for a birdie. Parred the next hole, so I'm 2 under after 4. I think I'm doing pretty good. It didn't help, though. Royden eagled the first hole, so I was behind the 8 ball. I was already down 5 shots going into the second hole, but and then it just went haywire from there. I took a triple on the next hole, and I ended up taking a 9 on another hole. On the back 9, I hit my ball twice in the junk. Listen. When you pull a club out, make sure it's the club that you want to hit. I thought I grabbed my pitching wedge. I was only like 120 yards out. I pulled my pitching wedge, which I thought was my pitching wedge. I hit the ball, and it flew over the green. What I didn't know is past the green, it sloped way down into the junk, into the higher grass and stuff. So I looked at my club. I was like, what? A pitching wedge? I didn't hit it that far, and it was a 9-iron. So needless to say, I had to take a penalty. I dropped another ball, made sure I had my pitching wedge, and proceeded to hit that one over the green. Well, actually hit just off the back of the green, and then it rolled down the hill just into the edge of the grass. So I was able to, hack it out of there because it was really tall. I was able to hack it out, but left it short. And then when I chipped it on, the green sloped from back to front. And when I chipped it on, it just rolled down to the front of the green. And so I had probably a 70, 60-foot putt coming back up, and I 3-jacked it for the 9. So it was not a good day. I don't know. I ended up shooting 84, and I ended up finished tied for 5th place in that tournament. What was nice was I did 2 of the guys that were ahead of me in points didn't play in it, and I got enough points to move up to 3rd place. Now, the issue is Jonathan Oda. This guy, Mr. Steady, Mr. Solid, he doesn't make mistakes. And he played okay. He moved up to 2nd place in the tournament and got more points. And so there's only 2 tournaments left in the season. We got the Waikoloa Invitational this weekend coming up, and we got the Clipper Amateur at the end of the month. And based on those 2 tournaments, I don't believe I am able to. I know I can't reach first place. I know Jonathan is not going to mess up and screw up in these last two tournaments, and he's going to play him. Although that's another thing. I got a bone to pick with him when I see him this weekend. Every time I ask him, hey, I asked him, are you coming to Maui? And he's looked at me and he's, no. And I go, you're a liar. I know you're coming. And sure enough, there he was. So I know he's going to be at all of them. And so I don't think I could catch him as far as first place, but I do have a chance maybe if I play better than Skip, and probably one or both of the tournaments, I'm going to have to play a lot better than Skip because I'm still a couple hundred points behind him, and he's going to get points. He's a steady player too, a good player. So I do have a chance to maybe get into second if I have two good tournaments. So we'll see what happens. I've been dealing with this back issue too. I don't know if you guys have had any problems with lower back pain, but there's a muscle that runs from the front of where your groin is that comes up around both sides around your hip to your back and connects into your back. It's called the psoas muscle, P-S-A-O-S. And if that muscle is not, you're not stretching it, it can get tight and cause that lower back pain. And I had that issue over on Maui. And I'm not saying that caused me to play as bad as I did, because Sunday I could not hit the ball. The first 2 days, the pain was somewhat minor on Friday. Saturday, it got a little worse. And then Sunday, it was the worst. I mean, it's so bad. The pain was so bad that I wanted to throw up. It made me nauseous. But that's not, I'm not blaming that for my poor play on Sunday, because I started out good on Sunday and I just let it get away from me, and I couldn't hit the ball and making stupid mistakes, picking the wrong club. You can't do that. And, but congratulations to Royden on winning that. Now, I took this week off. Thursday was the last day I played. I had really bad pain in my back, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not touching a club until next week. And so this week, Wednesday before work, I went in and I hit some balls, and my back felt perfectly fine. Thursday, I played, and my back hurt again. So I came home and got in the hot tub, and I felt way better once I got out. So I don't know what's going to happen this weekend. I'm hoping to play with no pain. I'm tired of playing with pain. I've been playing with pain for a lot of years with my knees, not so much my back. But anyhow, I want to stress the importance of stretching. Get into a regular routine of stretching. I've started doing it again. I used to do it a while. This has been a few years back. I used to stretch a lot, and I never had any issues. And so I'm going to reinstate that. And I'm actually going to get back into the gym starting at the end of this month, starting November 1st, after the tournament season is over. I don't want to, I haven't been lifting anything as far as weight and stuff like that. And I don't want to screw anything up before these last two tournaments. So anyhow, get into a routine of stretching a lot so that you don't have any issues with muscles or anything like that. So, but anyhow, with the Maui Amateur, congratulations to Royden for winning the senior flight. Also, congratulations to Andrew Otani. We had Andrew on the show last week, and Andrew shot 8 under to win the champ flight division of the Maui Amateur. So that was Andrew's second win, because he won the Big Island Amateur the week before that, or 2 weeks before that. So this weekend is the Waikoloa Invitational. Friday is the Pro-Am, which is not really part of the tournament. The tournament's only going to be 2 days, but the Pro-Am is a pro with 3 amateurs playing, and they have an event, a tournament within the tournament, basically. Andrew Otani is in the field, and he's going for his 3rd win this season, or at least in the last, few tournaments. He's, like I said, back-to-back, he's won. And our guest tonight, Tyler Ogawa, he'll be on later. He's also in the field for this, so we'll see if he can get his win at this tournament. Now, he's had a win. He won the U.S. Amateur Qualifier, and we'll talk about that when he's on the show. But he didn't come over to Maui for the Maui Amateur. So he's in the field. Andrew Otani's in the field. There's a couple other UH golfers that are in the field. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, let's take a short break, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Murph, a passionate golfer and host of the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I have been involved in the golf industry for over a decade, and my passion for the game has only grown stronger over the years. Through my podcast, I strive to bring the latest news, insights, and interviews with professionals and amateurs in the golf world. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting out, my goal is to provide valuable information and entertainment that will enhance your golfing experience. So if you're looking to improve your swing, stay updated on the latest golf trends, or simply connect with fellow golf enthusiasts, be sure to tune into the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. Together, let's take our love of golf to the next level. And remember, the best way to stay connected is to subscribe to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast and join our growing community of golf enthusiasts. So, hit that subscribe button and join me on this exciting journey. All right, welcome back, everybody. So next on the line, like I told you, I was going to have our guest tonight is going to be Tyler Ogawa. Just to give you a brief bio of Tyler and his career, what's happened with him, and he can go into it a little bit further once we start going. But Tyler went to Kalani High School. At Kalani, he lettered all 4 years in golf. He and Peter Young won the 2021 Hawaii State Golf Association floorball tournament. And also, the year before that, in 2020, he won the Los Angeles Fall Junior title, shooting 5 under to win the tournament. When he started his college career in the 2021-2022 season, he played in 10 out of the 11 tournaments. He finished the season with a team best 74.4 scoring average and posted 4 rounds under par that year in college. In his sophomore season, Tyler was named to the College Sports Communicators All-District team. He played in 9 tournaments that year and finished the year with a 74.0 scoring average. He was also named the Big West Commissioner. He was also named to the Big West Commissioner's Honor Roll. With that said, please welcome to the show, Tyler Ogawa.
What's up? What's up, guys?
What's going on, Tyler? How you doing, buddy? Hey, no, I'm
good. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've talked about getting you on the show in the past, and I wanted to definitely make sure that I got you on here tonight, since you're over here on the Big Island for the Waikolo Invitational this weekend.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that you weren't able to go over to Maui and defend your title from over there, but there was something I know you were telling me that you had like qualifying for the UH team. You had some qualifier you had to play.
Yeah, so Friday and Monday of that weekend, we were qualifying Friday and Monday, so it would have been hard to just go play a tournament in between qualifying rounds.
Yeah, and you kind of basically got to focus on the qualifying stuff, and you know, you guys obviously have a really good team this year. I was kind of going through some of the tournaments this past year, and man, there was only like 3 tournaments out of the season that your UH team, which, I mean, I know I'm going to forget somebody's name, but you got Blaze on there, Isaiah, you got James, Dane. I mean, you guys got a really good squad. What do you?
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
What was the question?
No, there was no question. I was just saying you guys got a really good squad. And what are your thoughts about your guys' chances this year of maybe winning a championship?
I think it's actually pretty good this year. I mean, there's really good competition with Fullerton that just beat us at Northridge's event, and then Long Beach normally has a really good year, but they lost their star player, Ian Gilligan. Yeah, he was pretty good, but I think we could win it. I mean, this is going to be the year to do it. We have a pretty deep squad this year, and I think that if once we get our games going in the spring, we're gonna get a pretty good shot of winning the conference.
Yeah, I mean, I was going, like I said, I was going through some of the past tournaments of the season, and I mean, there was only 3 tournaments out of the tournament season that, when I say tournament season, I'm talking about the Hawaii State Golf Association tournament season, not the UH season. But through the Hawaii State Golf Association tournaments, I mean, there was only 3 tournaments. The Maui Am, actually 2 only. The Maui Am and Mid-Pac, you guys had one guy that finished in the top 10. The rest of them, you guys had anywhere from 3 to 6 players that finished in the top 10 of those tournaments. And there's good competition playing in those tournaments. I mean, obviously, the State Am was won by a kid that I don't even think he's from here. He's from the mainland.
Yeah, he's a Northwestern commit.
Yeah. And the other one that I said there was like three tournaments that you guys only finished for, had one player in the top 10. You can't really count the U.S. AMP qualifier because you won that one. You were the one that was in the top 10. You actually won the tournament, the qualifier.
Yeah.
So tell everybody how that kind of went, how your experience was playing the U.S. AM tournament.
So the U.S. AM, it was actually a really cool experience because the course that you play on it's the hardest course that I've ever played on my life. It's 74 to 7,600 yards. We played on a sister course, Colorado Golf Club, and then Cherry Hills. Rough is extremely high. Greens are rock firm and fast. So one thing I've actually learned from that event, right, is that playing on mainland courses and like really, really hard courses, ball striking becomes one of the biggest factors to succeeding on those courses. Like everyone growing up was always saying like chip and putt, chip and putt. You can't chip and putt your way around these courses. In like Cherry Hills and the USM courses, you have to be a pure ball striker.
Uh-oh. I think we got disconnected from Tyler. Let's see if he should call back in here in a second. I don't know how we got disconnected, but I don't think it wasn't on my end. There he is. Hey, you there?
Hello, did something happen?
I don't know. It just cut off, but everything's good. We're still on, and you're back on. But so you were saying that you had to be a pure ball striker around those courses, at Cherry Hills and some of the other US AM sites.
After that, I kind of worked with my coach. We both agreed there's gonna have to be some major changes. I was actually going through major changes prior to that, and I'm still kind of going through them. And once I get through it, it's gonna be a lot better. But I realized that like, ball striking up there is everything. You have to be a good ball striker to win and compete at the highest level.
Right.
Chipping and putting can only take you so far. So that's kind of what I learned.
Yeah. And then is that what you focused on mainly before? Is that what you said, that you focused mainly on chipping and putting before that you, when you experienced that, where you actually had to be able to be a really good ball striker to compete?
Yeah. So I'm trying not to put down HS like GA courses and local Hawaii courses, right? But the year I won the four tournaments in a row, that 4 tournament stretch where I was winning a lot, I won 4 in a season.
Right.
My main focus was around the greens, and in Hawaii courses where they're shorter, a little less difficult, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna take you to shoot 6, 7, 8 under at these courses, like I was doing, but the reason why it hasn't translated to the college game and the USM especially is that my ball striking was the biggest factor of me not succeeding. And that's what I kind of had to change, is that, ball striking is everything. That's kind of what I learned at the USM.
Right. So is that what you're mainly focusing on now? Is that where your core practice is now ball striking and not so much the chipping and putting?
As of right now, a lot of practice is going to be it's mainly focused on ball striking, so I can get my swing where it needs to be by the spring season, where I can compete at a high level. Once I get my swing down of what I want to change, it's going to be just wedges, chipping, putting.
Okay.
Making sure that stuff's good, but right now it's focused on getting the changes corrected.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned about the qualifying, and that's why you missed the Maui Amateurs. So how did you do in the qualifying for this upcoming season?
I'm struggling. I I got coaches picked into CSUN, but I haven't been beating a lot of people in these qualifiers. I mean, I'm going through some swing changes, and I'm playing pretty bad right now.
And that
But
doesn't
hopefully
help.
I can turn it around coming up.
Yeah, and that doesn't help. I mean, Leland at our course, he's changed his swing, and it's a work in progress. He hasn't been, talking to the guys that knew him before I knew him that know him. He said they were like, man, he used to score really well, but now since he's trying to change his swing and stuff, he's not playing as well as he has been. And I've been taking he's my ATM. I mean, I've been taking money from him here lately. So I know he's not going to like that, but sorry, Leland. I still love you, bro. It's all good. But hey,
Wow.
So this weekend when you're at the at Waikoloa, and do you know who Leland is, the assistant pro there?
I think I met him today, actually.
Okay, so when you see him, just say, "Hey, I heard your initials are ATM." That's all you gotta say, and then see what he says.
I'll let him know.
He's a good guy though. I love that guy. He's a really nice guy. But back to you. When did you start getting serious about golf?
I started getting serious maybe my sophomore year of high school. My junior year is that when I really started to grind. I wanted to play at a high level. I was never really a golfer growing up. I was a soccer player. I didn't really enjoy golf until, that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, and you know what though, but that's what when I was at Manoa, John had me looking at some PGA course stuff as far as teaching juniors golf. Not me actually teaching, but looking at the program that they were going to be going through. And a lot of it was they don't want you at a young age. They don't want you to force a kid to play one sport. They become a better athlete when they play a variety of sports. And then it kind of goes through a progression, like when they're young, have them do everything. And then when they get a little older, a couple or two or three things. And then high school, have them, then they pick one sport if that's what they want to do. But I think when you have a background in a bunch of different sports, I think that translates better to become a better golfer, because everybody that I've talked to, or the majority of them anyhow, that's what they did. They played a lot of different sports and they picked golf up, and that's why they're good at golf now, is because they have that very background in the sports. So I think the soccer helps you, you didn't just focus on golf right from day one and that was all you did. And I think that you can burn somebody out early on if you start a kid too young and have them just solely focus on that one thing. I think they can.
Yeah, I've noticed.
They kind of can lose the love of the game or the joy of wanting to practice or get better or whatever.
Definitely. I mean, I've noticed, a lot of kids do get burnt out if they play golf their whole life. But yeah, I 100% agree that as a kid, I would definitely do your thing. Go soccer, go football, go basketball. But if you really love golf, commit to it in high school.
Yeah.
I'd say I commit to it a little bit before 8th grade, maybe 7th grade, but I would focus as when you're a kid, just do what you want to do.
Exactly. What who or what was your inspiration to start playing golf? Did you have anybody did your dad play, or a grandpa or an uncle or any, or did you just see it and decide, I think I'll try that out, and then you end up wanting to do it? Was there anybody that inspired you to play?
I've always played golf my whole life. I just wasn't good at it. I would be shooting in the 90s. I was average score in white tees in high school. My freshman was 84, 85, 80, somewhere mid 80s. That was pretty bad. Sophomore year, got down to a 76, 77. And this is the white tees we're talking about. So,
right.
But I would, I was just try this. I think I could play college golf. I was I'm going to try to play for University of Hawaii.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that it.
I had no aspirations whatsoever. It's just pick up a club and play.
When did you, was it an immediate thing? Did you work on your game daily, a couple of days a week, 3 days a week? How was your practice when you were younger, when you first started taking the game up and thought about getting serious about it?
So when I was younger, it'd be once a month. But when I got really serious about it, honestly, you gotta have like if you want to play professional, you gotta have your life resolve around golf. I mean, I guess anyone who knows me, it's like I golf all day. You just get to the golf course and the sun's up. You work out in the mornings before the sun comes up. Then you practice literally the whole day. You stay on the course until the sun goes down, and then you leave and then repeat. Obviously, there's days off, but you just gotta love golf. Like you just gotta all day.
Yeah, yeah. I felt the same way.
I think that's the question you asked.
Yeah. It is, and that's kind of how, like, when I first took it up, I played it, and as soon as I played it, I was hooked. And then after I was hooked, I quit playing every other sport. I played basketball, football, and baseball, or softball at that time, and I was done. I focused nothing but purely on golf, and I played or practiced 6 days a week. There was one day that I didn't, and because I wanted to compete, I wanted to get good. And that's what you have to do in order to reach that level, is put the time and effort in to try to get better. So do you have any plans of turning pro?
Yeah, so I'm going to be moving to Vegas after college. I think Vegas. I don't know if it's Vegas or Texas, but I'm going to be trying to make the PGA Tour. That's my dream.
Are you going to go the Korn Ferry route, or are you going to go mini tour? Because obviously the PGA doesn't have a qualifier anymore.
Yeah. So, okay. The way it kind of works is I think there's 3 levels. I still got to do more research, but there's 3 levels: Latin America and Canadian. I think they're one tour now. Korn Ferry, and then there's PGA. The PGA I don't think has a direct qualifier, but the Korn Ferry and the third tour, the Canadian Latin American Tour, you try to qualify. There's a Q school for that, and then you try to get status on one of the bottom 2 tours, and then you work your way up. That's what I'm going to be trying to do.
Yeah. Or
the Asian Tour. I think if you're the number 1 player in the Asian Tour, you get an automatic contract to the LIV.
Really? Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
But I think I'm going to stay in America.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard my takes on LIV. I'm not a fan, so don't go there. I want to watch you on the PGA Tour like Brent Grant. I want to see you out there playing on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of want to be like Brent too. He's pretty good.
Yeah. I used to love playing with that guy at Navy Marine. We used to play all the time. And, I mean, even back then, he was hitting the ball as far as he does now. It was crazy. He probably hits a little bit further now.
Yeah.
But, man, he was so good. And I'm just so glad. I'm so happy for him that he's got his card and on the tour. I know he hasn't been playing really great. He's had a couple of good showings, but here lately he's missed the cut the last couple of tournaments. He shot 2 under, I think, the last one, and he was like 6 over on the Sanderson Farms tournament. So,
yeah.
But anyhow, I want to see you out there on the PGA Tour. Don't go to that live stuff. I'll never get to. I'll never get to see you, man. I'll never get to see. Although it's a participation trophy league, man. You can shoot 20 over, and you're going to get $150,000 check. What the hell? That's not cool.
The coach at UH isn't a fan either. He says it's the charity tour.
Yeah, it is. I want to see you on the PGA Tour, man. I want to see you on the PGA Tour. So let me ask you this. I know, the whole the Governor Cup points, you're right up there. I think 6th place, right?
Yeah.
As of now, you're in 6th place. So the top 12 get to play the Governor Cup qualifier for the Sony Open.
Yeah.
What if, let me propose this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
What if you play the qualifier, which you're going to do? I'm 100% positive you're not going to fall out of 12th place.
I don't know. It's pretty close because I know a lot of guys are playing the rest of the event. Evan Kawhi's coming back for Clipper. Another guy, DJ Chinnon, he could win Clipper and jump me. So it's not guaranteed yet.
I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think you're going to get to play. But let's say you win the qualifier for the Sony, and you get to play the Sony.
Yeah.
And do you play really good at the Sony? Like maybe winning or maybe a top 5 finish.
Yeah.
Because technically, I mean, you would still have to do that Corn Ferry Tour stuff to advance to the PGA Tour, but you could turn professional at any time, right?
Yeah.
You're going to move to Vegas. Is there any chance, like after the Sony, you turn pro right then?
No. I wouldn't turn pro if I win it.
Okay.
Because my parents always taught me, like, get your 4-year degree, and they're gonna help me out because I'm getting a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
So I wanna honor them and get my finance degree. So I wouldn't. I'd say UH, and plus with the whole NIL stuff, I could get a pretty good deal if I play at the Sony.
Yeah, that is true.
And still make some money.
Yep, that is definitely true. You could do that. I forgot about the NIL. But is any of the UH guys getting any NIL stuff that you know of?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's I don't know.
We did. I know. Bigger name schools are getting guys.
Yeah.
On pretty big NIL deals, and it's hard to compete against that if you're a smaller program.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I don't know. I've had mixed feelings on the NIL stuff also. I don't have a problem with college players getting paid. My issue was or is that, let's say, not so much in golf, but let's take football. Those guys, the QB gets a big NIL deal, right? And this O-lineman's getting nothing. Could that have an effect on this O-line guy? Is like, hey, screw this. I'm not getting paid any money. I'm not going to play as hard. I don't care if he gets sacked or whatever. I don't know. I think that some guys would have resentment towards some of those guys.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Do you think that plays a part or could play a part in anything?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't know because the O-line don't really get their credit, and they're the ones that get injured kind of a lot.
Right? Exactly.
In football, the O-line, let's say Hawaii football, right? And Hawaii's O-line is, if they have like a solid O-line, that's going to make the whole team run better. I remember one of my friends is on the O-line, and he said that like the whole offense starts with them. If they block and do good run block and pass protection, that's what drives the offense. If they don't, the offense will be bad.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's a good question.
So that's why I'm just saying.
I know they get in the NFL, right? The O-line get paid millions, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
In college, the O-line actually helps the quarterback get paid.
Exactly. That's my point. I just wonder how much of an effect that has on those guys that are not getting any money compared to some of the guys they're protecting, or blocking for. Is it going to make me want to not play as hard because I'm not getting any money? I don't know. That's kind of like a double-edged sword, Like, I don't have a problem with them getting paid, but I think it should be like divided up between the team. I know that sounds kind of selfish. I think for like if the quarterback is a really good quarterback and he's getting paid, why should he have to give some of his money to? I would think he'd want to because the O-line is protecting him. If they're protecting him.
My only problem with the whole NIL stuff is it's a little different than that. It's that schools like the University of Hawaii are going to get screwed now because they don't have the money to compete against top schools. But in regards to your point, there has to be something a little better, right? Because the O-line are getting no attention. But I don't know how to solve your problem because that's a tough one because the quarterback probably doesn't want to give up. Like Caleb Williams, who's getting paid $1.4 million. He probably doesn't want to give up $700,000 of it to the team, right?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
That's a good point you made.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing for me. I don't know. But anyhow, hey, Tyler, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Is there anything else we should know? Did I screw anything up? Let's go back. Did I mess up anything as far as your college career or your high school career? Is there anything I left out that you want to make sure people know?
No, I think you did a really good job, and I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Hey, no worries. I will definitely have you on again, especially after the season starts. When does your guys' season actually start?
So it actually starts. We have a Maui tournament. We're leaving on Tuesday, and then we have the Kapolei tournament the following week. So it's going to be pretty busy.
Okay. Well, maybe
we're in the middle of our season already.
Oh, you are? I thought it didn't start until like another month or so.
Fall and spring.
How have you guys done? How many tournaments have you guys played so far this season?
We played 3 tournaments. New Mexico, we didn't do good, but the season one, we had our best finish, I think, in a while. Second place. Blaze Akana had a shot on 18 to win the event, and then bogeys.
Oh,
but
shoot.
Blaze, yeah, I know. He was right there, too. I mean, Blaze is our number 1 player right now. He's playing really good golf, but
I think you guys are going to have a great season.
Our last event.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to end up with a great season. You guys got so many good players on your squad.
Yeah, Coach Scott did a really good job. The coach year, because my freshman year, the culture wasn't extremely good. But as we got getting local guys to transfer back, because the town became second place, and 5 local guys were in the starting lineup.
Nice.
The top local guys are now staying at UH to try to play for them. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's awesome that they're staying here and playing. And let's hope they continue that then. So, well, hey, good luck this season. Good luck this weekend. Play well. You know, Andrew Otani, he's won the last 2 tournaments. he won the Maui Amateur.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he won the Maui Amateur, and he won the Big Island Am a couple of weeks ago when it was over here. So let's get a win, Tyler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get a win.
It. Thank you.
Okay, Tyler. Hey, I will talk to you soon, and good luck this weekend. I'll see you this weekend too. So.
See you this weekend.
All right. Have a good night, brother. All right, that was Tyler Ogawa of the UH golf team, and let's take another break, and we'll be right back. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you have the best music taste out of all your friends and coworkers? The best way to prove it is to stay ahead of all the amazing upcoming talent. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There's some artists out of Ohio that you should definitely be aware of. Dicasso, D-C-A-S-S-O, yes, like Picasso, just released a new music video for his song Going Back. This rapper turned singer has an upcoming album this year full of beautiful ballads, R&B slow jams, and hard-hitting rap records. Head to www.smartboystudios.com as soon as you're done listening to this episode of Murph's Place to watch the music video. While you're there, check out the phenomenal C-Money Baby, the Songbird, Corey Gossett, and all the top-tier talent that the Smart Boy production team are working with, such as Eamon Jones, July, 10 Tempo, TYS Markey, D Knight, and much, much more. If you or someone you know needs quality production, mixing, or mastering, just head to the website www.smartboystudios.com and fill out the contact form. You can support Smart Boy Studios by going to shop.smartboystudios.com to buy merch, or linktree.com/smartboystudios to check out the Discord server, new releases, and merch. All right, welcome back, everybody. All right, PGA news. Obviously, the last couple of weeks we had a couple of tournaments, and the Shriners Children's Open was held in Las Vegas. Tom Kim was your winner. He shot 24 under and won by 3 shots over Patrick Cantley and Matthew Nesmith. This weekend they're playing over in Japan for the Zozo Championship. The defending champ in that tournament is Keegan Bradley. Brent Grant. Let me back up to the Shriner. Brent was in the field. He shot 2 under, and he ended up missing the cut. This weekend at the Zozo, Brent is not in the field. So we'll see when he's going to play next. I'm not sure when the next tournament's going to be for him, but I still want to get him on the show, and maybe I'll save him for the 100th episode of the Merce Place 808 or Merce Place for the Love of Golf podcast. Korn Ferry Tour. They played their tour championship. Jared Sawada was not in the field, but Paul Barjan, he shot 14 under to win by 3 shots over Fabian Gomez. The 2024 schedule is out for the Korn Ferry Tour, and it will kick off January 14th through the 17th at the Bahamas Great Exuma Classic. Well, that about wraps it up for the show, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in and listening. If you guys have any questions or comments, please shoot me an email at merceplace808@gmail.com, or you can leave a note on Spotify. Anchor went to Spotify, or Spotify bought Anchor, so it is now on Spotify. You can leave me a message there if there's something you want to talk about. I really appreciate your guys' support. If you want to support the podcast, there's a link there that you can do that. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a great night. If you guys are playing golf, hit them straight, hit them long, but don't hit them very often. Aloha, everybody.